Silicon Valley, technology, art, green, and sustainability.
Welcome to another episode of Silicon Valley Tech, Art, Green, and Sustainability. Today I'm honored to have a guest who's a multi-business owner, and we met at the Capital Club, and Jack Sramek. I'm going to murder your last name. So
I always tell people it's like ceramic tile.
Okay. So it's
like Jack Sramek.
Sramek. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm putting an extra S in there or something.
It's hard for most people to get an S and an R together. So.
I want to say Shamrock. So tell us a little bit about yourself and your background. I know what you do now, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit, but tell us what it is, where you come from, what you've done, any background information you want to tell us.
Okay. Well, I graduated from the United States Naval Academy in Annapolis, and then I was a Marine fighter pilot. Then I put in a 30-year career as a TWA pilot, and along the way, simultaneously with the flying, I was a California real estate broker and have been for, I hate to say it, but 39 years.
Wow. You don't look like you've been in the business that long.
Well, I'm still a young fellow. I mean, I'm just getting started.
So are you still piloting in your spare time then, or?
No, I've taken a hiatus.
No pleasure flights anywhere?
Well, if I want to go somewhere, I'll hop on one of the major carriers and let those kids fly the airplane. Okay.
So we're going to be talking today about a really important issue to a lot of people, and it's identity theft. And we've had a repeat customer or guest on our show, Eric Drew, and the Eric Drew Foundation, who started a foundation to help people who were having issues where they didn't have a cure for different things. And so his group helps with clinical trials. But he actually had an identity theft problem when he was in the hospital up in Seattle. And he was actually the first person under the HIPAA laws to win a court case. And so maybe the two of you will have you back at some point and we can hear how his case is going. But, tell us a little bit about Legal Shield and how it works with identity theft.
Well, basically, Legal Shield is a 40-year-old company. They really have been in the background along the way. And but what they do, in other words, basically, Legal Shield is to attorney's fees as major medical is to hospital bills and doctor bills. So this was a way of making attorneys affordable. Right now,
so it's like insurance for litigation issues.
Well,
you might
not
have
necessarily litigation. It covers quite a few things actually, and this is what got me interested in it in the first place. The average legal fee in California now is about $350 an hour. So anytime you have a legal situation come up, it can be financial disaster. So basically, Legal Shield covers quite a few areas. In other words, they figure 70% of Americans don't have a will, living will, or power of attorney. That's all covered under this arrangement, okay? Unlimited telephone conversations, letters and telephone calls made on your behalf, traffic tickets handled, or more serious things obviously would be if you're ever involved in a lawsuit, you're covered, win, lose, or draw all the way.
I'm going to pull up the first slide right now, which I believe is, here's the slide. It's one of the slides that you gave us, so it kind of shows the 5 areas covered with Legal Shield.
Right.
And I can't read them right here from here, but what are those 5 areas?
Well, basically, the first area is preventative, okay? That would basically be unlimited conversations with an attorney, the letters and telephone calls made on your behalf, review of any contracts, and the will, living will, and power of attorney. Okay, that would be the protection. Then when we get over into the other side of the umbrella, if you will, we have traffic tickets, traffic issues covered, and then any sort of lawsuit that you'd be involved in while you're covered there. If you are audited, you can get up to 50 hours of tax attorney time. And then for anything that isn't covered specifically, for instance, DUI or child custody issues, that sort of thing, you get a 25% discount on the going rate for that particular
Yeah,
issue.
and that, without saying the pricing again, because we're not supposed to talk about pricing.
Right.
So the tax attorneys are probably a lot more than regular attorneys too, I would imagine.
Well, of course, it's all the same under the program. In other
right,
words,
with
you're
you
covered.
guys, but
Right.
you go out to the average lawyer and it's going to vary in cost.
Correct.
So identity theft as it's related today, and again, most people probably know what they know about identity theft and they might think that they know, but tell us in your words what identity theft is.
Well, basically a general definition of identity theft would be a knowing transfer, possession, or usage of a name or number that identifies another person for the purpose of committing a crime or abetting a crime.
So how large is the problem? Let's pull up this next slide here. I actually kind of Googled it last night, and it said something like 27.3 million people in 2003 were reported by the FTC to be affected by it, and that worked out to about $48 billion in the U.S. alone, and that was back in 2003. I didn't see any statistics for now. So pull that slide down.
Right. Well, basically, last year it was over 10 million people at a cost of about $54 billion.
10 million people.